Welcome Sagittarius and Soulmate. I am Key and this is our doorway. As we enter the doorway towards the Akashic Records, we're here. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising for March 24th to April 6th, 2019. What came to mind, meditating and talking and speaking with Source outside and within myself, a flash of you surging towards stardom. You're about to step into something very huge. And what is going to be required of you is definitely to protect yourself in that step. So, as your key, a crystal came to my mind's eye to let you know. Definitely look into purchasing Shungite crystal. Shungite. That's Shungite crystal. This crystal will restore any emotional balance and remove negative energy. So, let's begin. Let's see what's going on. What present gift for Sagittarius and Soulmate for March 24th to April 6, 2019. What present gift? Present gift. What energies and emotions will be there? What will take place emotionally and energetically? Okay, you know what you're stepping into. All right. What karmic blessings will be there? What karmic blessings will be for Sagittarius and Soulmate? Karmic blessings. Okay. Let's get it started. Like Black Eyed Peas say. All right. So, okay. Yes. You live and in the building. So, all right, that'll explain why the Shungite crystal would be really necessary for you. If you've been feeling imprisoned or been feeling like you are entrapped with what you want to do, you have the light at the end of that tunnel. Again, when we feel entrapped or imprisoned in our own thoughts or in our own well-being, it's because subconsciously we know we're at the season of success. We're at the season, you, Sagittarius and Soulmate, masculine, feminine, Soulmate. You are stepping into your success. And when we don't, or if we're uncertain of where that success is going to lead us or how to get there, knowing that you hold the key to get out of any troubling situation. Anything that makes you feel stagnant, you have the key to unlock it and walk out. You're not, if you were physically entrapped, this gate should be closed. You would need somebody else to walk through this tunnel to open the door and see your worthiness to let you go. You know that you are worthy to walk out into the world the way you want to. What gives you that food and hunger? What gives you that fire to face your fears? to face even what we think is a failure. Nah, what is actually there is fruit for nourishment. What is, what do you feel you need to do and want to do? Because that need and want is going to give you that hunger to take your heels and start saddling towards it. If this is in regards to relationship to the opposite sex or same sex, what can be feeling is missing is the very thing that you're realizing matters to you. So whatever you feel is missing from out of a relationship, you're going to see that is going to be your map to move. So if communication or food, nourishment, if you are not getting a balanced feelings towards each other, now you're starting to face that fact. If it's in regards to your view and another person's view, you're starting to see, oh, that's what needs to be not really addressed, but needs to be better aligned for both. So both of us can see eye to eye. You're now seeing that you want a relationship that is important to your life to be nourished and not malnourished. So how can you step towards a more healthier relationship? And this is not just a relationship outside of yourself. It's also a relationship within yourself. Because when we have a partner or when we have someone that we care about and we have troubling waters, it's a reflection of who we are, or it's a reflection of, again, that feeling of what's missing. Sometimes we think it has to be outside of ourselves, and a lot of times it is not the case. We see it better when it's outside of ourselves. But once we see it, then we know how to find that remedy in the right ingredient. So what's going to be your ingredient in solving this? Wow. Okay. Sagittarius, opposite sign is Gemini. So if you're in a relationship with a Gemini, or this person has air qualities where they're very logical, they're very level-headed, and at times analytical. Remember, they're all about intellect and very independent. Just like you, Sagittarius and Soulmate. Y'all are a mirror image of each other. So if this is in regards to another person, you're seeing that who they are is a queen in your eye. That's for one. How they see you as the queen and king of air. They see you also as independent, experienced, just like them, realistic and witty. Remember, Sagittarius opposite sign is Gemini. If you're not talking to a Gemini, you could be in a relationship with either a Libra, Aquarius, or they have Libra, Aquarius, where Libras are just like a Gemini. They just the next level up, where they're logical and very legislative in thought, where how they speak is kind of like law. And maybe that's where that feeling of malnourishment can be, where yes, they know how to express themselves through talking, but what could be missing, or what you're thinking about, is the emotional side to where and how they feel the way they feel. Like, you love that they are very intellectual and they can speak their mind, but you want to know how they got to be that way. That's one way to start. And that's why our opposites attract to each other, is to show us what we really want in that relationship. We love the independence and the objective decision making. If this is you, Sagittarius, you're stepping into your opposite sign, which is air. So yes, you have the fire. Now you're going to be able to speak your mind and show what gets you fired up through the way you communicate. And that takes a lot of practice to do. So, you're clearing away all that no longer serves you. Definitely check out the Shungite. I'm going to repeat it. SHUNGITE. Definitely buy that crystal. It will definitely help with seeking that clarity and being able to know how to communicate that. Because you're going to be stepping into the queen of your atmosphere in that regard. Mm-hmm. 5FF. You are becoming a leader. Whatever you've been leading towards is something that you hold dear in your environment. Every coin, every sacrifice that you have put into this relationship, you're concerned about. Because you're wondering if the coins or the efforts that you've been putting in to making this foundation work with a relationship, was it worth it? Obviously, it had to be worth it for you to put 5 things that you hold very valuable into this relationship. That 6th one that is missing is what you want to give and receive. What is it that you really want to give and receive from out of this relationship? You have everything else in it, but it's something that is missing. And it's not just missing for you, it's also missing for that other person. Because when we say, oh, I want you to express your emotions, then you know what that also means? We got to first practice a way of expressing our emotions. We can't just ask someone, oh, I need you to express your feelings more. And then when it's time for us to express our feelings, we act like we don't know nothing. No. It's not one way, it's both ways. So you're not being foolish in this. You're being more forthright, more forgiving. That you and someone else in your environment had to make some changes to be able to give each other what you need and want equally. So, fears surrounding money. If it's not emotions, the food and nourishment could be in how you and another person make money together or even separately. That could have been a discussion in the 3rd week of March. The wisdom to accept help from others. So if you were wondering, should you help another or should you help someone in your environment? This can be a fire sign, Leo, another fire sign like yourself that has air in their chart. You're wondering, should you either help finance their endeavors or what they're endorsing? Or this can be you. Maybe your partner is trying to find a way to support you in what you want to pursue. Maybe at one point they didn't see eye to eye to being that partner and not only being there physically, but helping financially and in other ways. This may have been a feeling that you've been facing for the last 5 days or 5 months, especially in the retrograde. It's bringing up things that we need to readjust and relook at. So again, if you're looking for equal partnership, then you're seeing that uncertain health, this can be affecting your health. So again, definitely be in the earth. Definitely eat some greenery, fruits, definitely some fruits, especially since we're going towards spring. Now is the time to start eating some fruits, because again, if you are not into water, right, it's fruits out there that have water in it. For example, I believe watermelon, and does coconut have water in it, Ebony?
Yeah.
Okay, so coconuts, watermelon. If you have any other fruits that you know that have water in it, now's the time to put that into your regimen. Because again, if you're doing self-employment, and this is not something I'm just saying to you, this is something I have to take in myself. When you are becoming your own boss, and that could be what you're facing right now, it's going to start showing you why taking care of yourself first is going to make whatever relationship you have in front of you more fruitful for both you and that other. Ah, look at that water. So, you're in the Scorpio's house. If you're talking to a Scorpio that they know how to communicate very well, and they're becoming more grounded. If this is you, Sagittarius, you are not only embodying air element, which is you're becoming more independent on how you communicate. You're seeing that facing what makes you feel, what makes you feel is what you're starting to go towards. You already have the drive. You already have the dedication. You have that go-getter attitude. But again, how would anybody know where that has